My first bourbon hunt, M&P's Liquor in North Aurora, corner of Oak and Randall. Picked up bottles here before. I think it was the 12-year 1792. See what they got. Two for $70 is not bad, but I don't know if I want two of them. A little high on those, but whatever they can sell it for, that's their business. We had a couple of the rabbit holes. Race King was pretty solid. Had the Derringer before. Rabbit hole has a weird aftertaste to me. I don't want to say weird, I'd say it's different. Hear a lot about the Woodinville. I think that's out of Washington. $17.92 is pretty much everywhere now, unless you want the weird stuff like Sweet Weed or 12-year. Bowman Fort, big fan of my wife's. New Riff, 8-year, one of my favorite bottles. 1920, a solid shelfer, in my opinion. Old Forester Hunter Proof. Great little bottle. I don't think I'd pay that much for it. I don't know much about Jack, never really got into it. And all the way at the bottom, Benchmarks, great entry. Big fan of the bonded. A couple more behind me. Can't see I've ever heard of that barrel proof. Picked up a bottle of the Rebel Pecan liqueur. Very good. Holiday, another great entry bottle. And Fireball. Oof, no thank you. Cedar Ridge put out some good stuff. Got an old Reserve number 9. I guess it's the Slipknot bottle. The Reserve, super solid pour. Picked that up out in Iowa when I was out there. Get to the fancy shelf, what everybody's looking for. Got some nice bottles up here. Out of my price point. I haven't tried much of the Calumet stuff, but I do have a Remus. That was pretty solid. Well, we left Liquor and Wine, M&P's Liquor and Wine. We didn't grab anything. A lot of those prices are not anything I'd be willing to pay. Anything bourbon hunting is whatever value you find in it. On to the next one. Next stop, North Aurora Food and Liquor on the corner of Oak and State and 31. Still in North Aurora. Sometimes the small stores have stuff you're looking for. Looks like we made it on delivery day. Too bad it wasn't a bourbon delivery. We got some end cap stuff here. Decent price on Buffalo Trace. Small batch Taylor. Again, I don't know if I would want 2 of them. Bowman single barrel, great choice. Sazerac for the 125 proof. Much easier to find now than it used to be. Got a combo there, Myers Rum, William LaRue Weller with an antique 107 for $150. Looks like their gig here is spend enough, you get a discount. $39 on a Weller SR, not bad, not great. I can say that this chain is part of the La Azteca out of Melrose. When they have their store picks, that's where they come from, and they usually have about the best price on Magnus that you can find around this area. Penelope for days. I myself am not a huge Penelope fan, but there's a whole lot of other people that like it. Redwood Empire, a whole bunch more on the shelves than there used to be. Lux Row, one I haven't tried. Clyde Mays, heard about it. Just one more bottle I haven't tried. Whole bunch of Peerless there. I did buy that double oak, and I gotta say I wasn't a fan, but then again, I'm not a rye guy. Kentucky Nectar is supposed to be fantastic. Honey cask finish. Used to be hard to find, now it's getting a lot easier. Whole bunch of New Riff again. And Donna Barana, that's supposed to be one of the good ones. RD1. Knob Creek, probably one of my favorites. Can't seem to find any more Buckner's 15 though. That's what I'd really like. Match it up against my bottle of Ampersand, which is buff turkey juice also. Whole bunch of Benchmark.
Got 6?
Remus. I haven't tried a whole bunch of Remus. I do have a bottle of Gatsby Reserve from last year, which was a little warm, but still very good. Fire. Very old Barton down there. Great starter bottle, super inexpensive. Looks like they've expanded their selection since the last time we were here. Now we got a back shelf too. Old Elk Infinity there. A couple of Old Elks. I'm a big fan. Makers wood finishing 25 and 26. And both of those, I gotta say, the 24 was my choice. Saugatuck, Michigan for Walleye Run there. New Holland Distillery. Got a chance to sample the Dragon's Origin 10-year up there. It was fantastic. Not much love for Basil Hayden. I don't think it's bad. Great starter bottle. It is a little more on the expensive side, but super smooth. Lower proof. Some early times everyone talks about. I wasn't a fan myself. Blue Note Juke Joint. Did try a sample of that. Wasn't my thing. Doesn't make it bad. There's something for everyone. James Pepper. Great bottle as far as I'm concerned. I did try the gold label. We'll do a side-by-side of that later.
And 6.
Lots of Bowman down there. Bowman makes some great stuff. Never been a Dickel guy because I've never tried it. There's so many out there, you really can't try them all. Although there's some channels that believe you can. Sazerac for days. Great mixer. Jepson's for days. All the cask crank you ever wanted. And all the way up top. What else? Some Nectars, Old Overholt 12. You don't see that every day. Wood finishing, Peerless, Bardstown, Old Fitz. Again, the Bowman single barrel, which is great. Eagle Rare 10. Not all the Taylors. Well, not all of them, but one barrel proof, one single barrel, straight rye, small batch. Havanas, Penelope's down there.
Which one? You want to take it?
Midwinter, gotta say I wasn't a fan. I actually gave my bottle away.
I'll make you know.
1924 there. Old Forester single barrel. Green label, Stag. A couple of baby rips there. Got a little bigger rip. Charter Oak. Not bad choices in there, but you gotta check out the small guys. Sometimes they got stuff you're looking for. On to the next one. Just up the street from our last stop, Jay's Wine and Liquors. You can tell it's a nice day out. Everybody's mowing grass and blowing off the sidewalks. Never been in here before, so I'm not real sure what to expect, but we're gonna find out. Well, definitely a smaller shop, but got a selection. Standard issues, Bardstown, Peppers, little Jefferson's mix. Every flavor of Crown under the sun. Small batch Michters, Bakers, Russells. Actually, for a small store, it's not a bad mix of stuff. Got a little bit of everything in here. Right down to the Lime Comfort. Some Canadian stuff down there. Turn around, a couple more on the back wall. Big old Buffalo Trace for $69.99. Some 2XOs back there, supposed to be pretty solid. 2XO, everything's twice barreled. Nearest. And a super fancy Boss Hog. I'm not even sure what whiskey alternative is. Non-alcoholic. Weller SR. Seems like everybody's got that anymore. Some flavored Hennessy in case you're looking for it. Sometimes the smaller stores' prices aren't quite what you want them to be, but bourbon's always a value. I'm not mad at them for having the prices they got. They got to make money too. And if somebody buys it for that, go for it. Make the most you can. Remember, bourbon's a value. It's what you're willing to spend on it. Is it good for you? On to the next one. So I didn't actually make it to another store. Had some other stuff to take care of. But the whole purpose of the series is I wanted to find some local shops, what's available to me, what's available in the immediate burbs, what the prices are. And we didn't happen to grab anything today, but that's the nature of bourbon hunting. You don't always find what you're looking for. Not really sure what I was looking for today. It's just something popped out, then I would have grabbed it. But cheers to finding what you're looking for, and I'll see you on my next hunt.